Hey, everybody. It's your OG, Morel. Welcome to Morel's Man Cave, where we keep the party going. Today's topic is going to be simple, but at the same time, very complex. What is a power couple? When you hear power couple, we think on top of your head, maybe Jay-Z, maybe Beyonce. Oh my God, they're a power couple. She's at the top of her career. He's at the top of his career. They're both billionaires. And that's great. Maybe you might think about Barack Obama and Michelle Obama. Let me rephrase President Obama and Michelle Obama. That could be a power couple. What about you? Are you chasing something that's realistic? Or are you chasing something that sounds good, but you could really rarely ever find it? Today's video is to talk about that exact thing. I remember back when I was on a dating scene, it was like, you know what? I'm looking for a power couple. What do you do for a living? Where'd you go to school at? How much money do you make? And the woman's in her head thinking to herself, okay, cool. This guy's making hypothetically 80,000 a year. She's making 75,000 a year. And it's like, okay, we can do this. We can be a power couple. The man is like, I'm not trying to compete with you. And she's like, no. I want you to do more. If you're making 80,000 a year, I want you to make 100,000 a year. We're gonna go home tonight. We're gonna make a website. We're gonna do all this. I'm gonna give you all these courses you can take. And the man's like, I'm very happy where I'm at. But no. You gotta do more. You gotta do more. He's like, but babe, I'm already making 80,000 a year. She's like, 80,000 ain't enough. And that's when the hammer hits the nail. And the man is like, I gotta let her go. I'm not saying most men don't want to make more money, but I don't think women really realize how hard it is to make money. Remember, the average man, depending on the age group, is probably about 50,000 a year. So if a man's making 80,000 a year, he's above average. But unfortunately, due to these great inventions called cell phones, everybody's watching everybody else's life and being like, you know what? I want to be like everybody else. I want to be Beyonce and Jay-Z. I want to be President Obama and Michelle Obama. I want to be, well, at the time, I'm not gonna mention that name is irrelevant. I want to be like them. Well, look in your closet right now. How many clothes do you have that you don't even wear? That could be some money saved right there. We're trying to do something that other people have done, but you're an average person. What is wrong with being average? Let's really break that down. What is wrong with being average? I'm average. Happy to be it. What's wrong with being average? I want to be a pop. I see Beyonce. She got this on. She got the hair extension. She got the weave on. She got this. She got that. From a man's point of view, I don't think too many men. I want women. This is a truly a great science experiment. I want you to do with your man tonight, today, whatever it may have been. Ask your man, what celebrity do he want to be like? Now, most men are going to say, nobody. I like being myself. Every now and then, get some people I want to be like somebody, and that's cool. I'm saying, in my opinion, I think most men be like, I don't want to be like anybody else but me. So when you guys get that answer from a man, but like, I don't want to be like Jay-Z. I don't want to be like President Obama. I don't want to be like Brad Pitt. I don't want to be like Leonardo DiCaprio. I don't want to be like those people. I want to be me. And she's like, damn, but don't you want to do this? And the guy's like, no, I want to do me. Get on our program, not other people's stuff. Stop looking at this great invention called Instagram, Facebook, and being like, I want to be like this other person. Be yourself. Be yourself. Just because, let's break it down even further. I'm going to go from a woman's point of view. A woman went to college. She spent thousands of dollars. Let's just use a round number. Say $50,000, which is pretty low, but 50,000. She's at student loan debt. She has a job, and she's above average. She's making more than 50,000 a year. She's like, oh, I'm making 90,000 a year. Congratulations to you. I want a man who's on my level. You automatically cut off about 80% of all men. So now you got to go for that 20% of men. It's just that small. But no, they're out here. They exist. Yeah, they exist, but they don't exist as much as you think they do. So just because you're yoked financially wise doesn't mean the man that you're looking for is going to be on the same. I'll give you a good example. We got Candy Burris and Todd, I don't know his last name. She was super successful before him, and he was way beneath her. I don't know. Take out the reason why it didn't work. I ain't talking about all that stuff. What I'm saying is, for this woman to make so much money, the chance of her finding a guy that actually wants her back to make that same amount of money is going to be very slim. So when I talk about this power couple thing, you're educated, you make a whole bunch of money. Congratulations. I want a guy who's on my level. It's almost unheard of. Sometimes you're going to have to go with the average man. And guess what? They got a whole bunch of them out there. But now, Morrell, you're talking some bull crap. I want what I want. Cool. The man is looking at it from the point of view of, I finally made some money. I don't give a damn what she makes. Am I lying? I finally made some money. I'm using round numbers, say 80,000. I ain't even using 100. I'm gonna go with 80,000 a year. A guy who makes 80,000 a year was very disciplined. Every morning he woke up, he brushed his teeth, he got in the shower, he took a shower, he ironed his clothes out the day before or the day of. He got into a car, he drove 15 minutes to an hour to get to work. He sat behind a desk, he did his job, exceeded in his job. He came home, ate some food, went to sleep, woke up the next morning. He brushed his teeth, put his clothes on, got in the car. He's very disciplined. So now, for him to be so disciplined to make 80,000 a year, he has to come home and his woman's like, hey, babe, you need to do more. He's like, damn, I'm already above average and I got to do more because you've done more. He's like, you know what? I'm going to go with what makes me happy. What makes him happy, if a man is here, he don't really care if she's here. If she's here, congratulations. He don't care if she's here. He wants somebody who can be like on his level to be like financially, to be like, not that he's trying to control her. What he's saying is, I don't really care how much money you make. Can you make a sandwich? Can you be feminine? Can you look good? That's what he cares about. But you can't say these things out loud because you get canceled. Oh, you just talking that talk. So who you think you is? I ain't nobody. I don't give a crap if you like me or you don't like me. The truth is the truth. If it lined up 100 men and ask them a question, do you care if a woman has a college degree? There can be some people just because it sounds good. Yeah, absolutely. I care if she's got a degree. I'll make her look at him and be like, really? Do you care if a woman makes a whole bunch of money? Men gonna be like, overall, no. There could be some that's gonna pander to you guys that you guys love to follow on TV and Instagram and YouTube, and even I leave that alone. Like, yeah, I want to make a whole bunch of money. Most men don't care. Why? Don't men care about how much money a woman makes? Because we can't spend it. Imagine if a man said, hey, babe, can I get $100? She's going to be like clutching her pearls, like, oh my God, why would he ask me for $100? And he got his own money. Isn't the saying, his money is your money is your money? So if a man's making all this money, why does he care about how much money a woman makes? It doesn't make sense. Going back to the topic at hand, a power couple, it doesn't work. Let me show you guys what I've seen on this great invention called YouTube. I'm not finding out YouTube, Google. Let's see what Google gonna show me right fast. Come on, Google, help your boy out. I just wrote down something real simple. What is a power couple? According to Google AI, it says a power couple is a partnership where two successful, influential individuals support and amplify each other's achievements, creating a combined force greater than the sum of individuals, marked by mutual respect, shared vision, and synergy. I can't pronounce that word. Teamwork in life and careers, not just fame or money. You see all those other words? I'm going to read it again because I want to make sure I drive this point home. A power couple is a partnership where two successful, influential individuals support and amplify each other's achievements, creating a combined force greater than the sum of their individual parts, marked by mutual respect, shared vision, and synergist. That word, teamwork in life and careers, not just fame or money. The most important part of this is right here in black and white, ladies and gentlemen, not just fame or money. Stop dating people for money. You're going to lose every time. I want a man who's 6 foot tall, who makes a whole bunch of money, and he's a good leader. He's charismatic. He controls the room. He's great with the kids. He loves the family. That guy exists. I'm just saying, if you get that guy, do you know what that guy comes with? And he's not going to be listening to everything you have to say. Is this groundbreaking news for anybody? If it is, I hate to shatter your dreams, but this guy did all this work to get something. He wants something back in return, and what he wants back in return is not what you want. Men and women are opposites for a reason. My next little slide that I have for you guys is how long do relationships last? I covered this in my previous video, but I'm going to show it here to you guys again. Relationship lengths vary wildly, but research shows many dating relationships last around a year, around 17 months on average. So you got about a good 17 months on average to make a relationship work. And you're talking about a power couple? You're talking about going on this great invention and doing it for the ground? This is why it blows my mind to a degree of everybody posting about the relationships online, especially in the beginning, because on average, as you can see, it only lasts about 17 months. Now you got to go to Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook, start deleting all these pictures. Just enjoy the moment. You know who you are. Your partner know who she is. You ain't got to post everything. Stop trying to be a power couple, and you're not even a couple in the first place. You ain't even married. Go figure. My next slide is how long do relationships last with money? And it says right from the beginning, relationships don't have a set duration based on money. I keep on saying this. Ladies, stop dating for money. I'm not saying the guy got to be broke. Let's make that very clear. What I'm saying is if you're dating strictly for money, you're going to lose every time, because once he get what he want and you offer nothing back in return, he's out of there. Let's flip it right fast. From a woman's point of view, I make a whole bunch of money as a woman. If the man wants you for his money, he really don't want you. Let's get out of this money conversation. Do you have to have something to start off with? Absolutely. What I'm saying is when you start dating for money, you're going to lose every time. And last but not least, that's all I had. I thought I had one more slide, but there it is coming up. We do it live, everybody. We do it live. This great invention called the internet. It's a little slow. And like I said before, the example of a power couple, Beyonce and Jay-Z, President Obama, Michelle Obama, Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds, Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce. These are examples of power couples. Hey, what do I know? I'm over here just talking my stuff. What I'm saying is overall, power couples don't work because you want to be equally yoked. You got to break it down to the basics. What is average? Average is for a man and for a woman in 2025, the basic salary is around $50,000 a year. If a person's making $80,000 a year, they're above average. I want a man to make it $200,000 a year. Matter of fact, let's play this game right fast. Let's play the game. Let's play the game. Since everybody I don't want to just talk in that stuff. I want to ask questions. What percent of people make over 100K? Magically just pops up. About 18 to 23% of individual American workers earn 100K. So line up 100 men, about 18 to 23% of them earn 100K. Now, take out half of it, because half of them are married. Let's just go with a round number. Let's just say 10% of the men make 100K a year. Are they tall enough for you? Do they look good enough for you? Are they charismatic? Good leadership? Do they breath stink? They got good hygiene? Do they exist? Absolutely. But here's the thing you got to ask yourself. Are you what they want? Are you fit? Let's be honest. Men don't normally go for fluffy women off top. Just call it what it is. Oh, you gonna cancel him? So forth. You can't be canceled. I don't have any sponsors. I'm just a guy on the internet talking that stuff. But I'm just telling you all what it is from a man's point of view. I'm not even making this stuff up. Line up 100 men. You know how you got, like, you go to jail, you have that lineup you got to go through and be like, hey, who committed that crime? And you be like, oh, number three did the crime. Do that same thing for women. I wish all the women could stand behind the glass and watch 100 men give their true answers with no judgment. But like, hey, how many of you all love fluffy women? There's gonna be some, but I'm gonna say the percentage is gonna probably be less than 15%. And I think 15 is kind of strong. If they really was honest with themselves and they knew that no one can see them as they're giving their answers, they're gonna be like, you know what? Nah, I don't really care for that. How many of you all want a woman who is feminine? How many of you all want a woman who curses a lot? How many of you all want a woman who talks like a sailor, has a real potty mouth? Do y'all ever think about that? You want this extraordinary guy. However, what do you bring it back? I'm gonna cuss him every chance I get. I'm gonna challenge him. This man is going out to the real world, and I'm using a number, 80,000 a year. He's working hard. He wakes up every morning. He's disciplined. He brushes his teeth. He puts his clothes on. He gets into the car. He goes to the job. He does his job very well. He comes home. He takes care of the family. And he got to come home to disrespect. He got to come home to potentially not even a home cooked meal. Fix your own food. I'm tired. What are you tired from? The guy's making 80,000 a year. He's above average. But I digress. I can't. I gotta definitely do more videos because I got so much more to talk about on these topics. I'm over here on Facebook Live. I see it blowing up on the side. I don't know who's talking. I'll talk to them in a minute. Ladies, gentlemen, power couples exist. I'm not denying it. What I'm saying is the chances of you getting one, slim to none. So with that being said, let's just be realistic. What is wrong with average? What is wrong with average? This is really, it's ask that question. What is wrong with an average person making 50,000 a year? What's wrong with the Shore Kings, who's 5'8"? I'll tell you what isn't average though. Hearing a woman with a potty mouth, a woman that's challenging you all the time, that ain't cool. Who wants that? Well, he gonna have to accept me for who I am. No, he don't. He's going to get what he wants, which is some bedroom fun. He's gonna keep it pushing. And she's like, damn, I'm 40 years old, hypothetically. And we saw the slide, a normal relationship lasts between a year to 17 months. So you're 40 years old, you use that number, you done had at least, I'm gonna go on the low end. I'm gonna say you probably had about 12 relationships. If you done had 12 relationships, why nobody ain't committing to you for marriage? Think it's them? Or think it's you? It ain't them, because they've been around. Women, you guys have the opportunity to talk to any man you want to. And out of all those men, you picked Larry, random name. And you done met Larry multiple times, 12 different times, and he not committing to you. Is that their fault? Or maybe it's you. Long story short, power couples don't exist. They exist. The chances of you getting one, who cares? Stop doing it for the gram. Stop. What are we doing? Live life. At the end of the day, when you're 60, 70 years old, and you roll over to your partner who probably got some bad breath because, getting older, they smell a little bit. To me, that's a happy life. But all this doing it for the gram, so forth, so on, relationships don't really last that long in general. Most marriages on average only last about 8 years. Can you make it to 9 years? Can you make it to 10 years? Can you make it to 20 years? Shout out to everybody who's been married for over 10 years. Salute to you guys. You guys are the power couples. That should be the conversation. Who is the real power couple? All of this fancy glitz and so forth, so on, or is the power couple the longevity? That should be the conversation we're talking about, because that's what it boils down to. The power couple is a relationship or a marriage. I know everybody don't believe in marriage that can last 10 years plus. And did I say have to be happy? Absolutely not. I ain't talking about happiness. Let's be honest. Marriage and relationship is about duty. Anybody care about your happiness? Today you're gonna be happy. What today is? Today's Tuesday. Wednesday you're gonna be unhappy. Thursday you're gonna be unhappy. Friday you're happy again. Who cares about your happiness? It's about the duty. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, like, subscribe to the video, comment down. Let's keep the party going.